Hello everyone, welcome back to another stream. Yesterday we did RuneScape 3, today we're doing old school RuneScape. And I know there hasn't been much variety with the games I've been streaming. I've mostly just been doing either like, RuneScape or League of Legends. A while back I was doing Dinkum. It's been a while since I've done Dinkum. I do want to keep playing it, but for the most part, I do want to stream other games, but I've mainly just been waiting, really, for some stuff to come out. Like, I'm waiting for Thursday. On Thursday, the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC Wave 2 comes out, and I'm gonna be streaming that. Also, Vexer, what's up? How you doing? Welcome. Been a while. But anyways, yeah. So I'm waiting for the DLC to come out on Thursday. I'm gonna be streaming that. I'm also waiting for my copy of Xenoblade Chronicles 3 to come in the mail, so I can stream that too. So I'm basically just waiting. Really, there's other games too that I want to stream that come later down the line, like Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. That comes in October, I believe. I want to stream that, but that's still, a few months away. And yeah, there's other games that I also am planning on streaming. Not sure when, but shut up. I know who you are. I'm just putting on my streamer voice. Alright. Anyways. We're doing old school today, so it's gonna be a pretty laid back stream. And again, old school, we're just skilling. Probably not the most entertaining content for some people. But this is just what I'm gonna do for tonight. But yeah. That's pretty much not sure how long I'm gonna be streaming tonight, probably for a few hours. Yeah. Anyways, let me put up the stream real quick. Old school, there you are. Oh, it's not working. Where are you? There you are. Okay, now it's working. Alright. Should I stretch this a little bit? Maybe a bit more. There we go. Yeah, that's better, I think, right? A tad bit more. Alright, that's better. Alright, we're good now. I think we're just missing the... Well... Nah, we're good. Alright. So I am currently training agility. One of the most dreaded skills in all of RuneScape. Because, of two reasons. It's not AFKable. It's a lot of clicking, constantly clicking. And the second reason is that the XP per hour is very small. I'm talking like, I'm almost level 40, but I'm only getting like 10,000 XP per hour. Which, yeah, I'm in the lower levels, but normally how skills work in RuneScape, if it's not AFKable or it costs money, usually the XP per hour is on the higher end. If it's AFKable or it's a free skill that doesn't cost any money, usually the XP per hour is on the lower end. And that makes sense, right? It's a free skill, it's AFK, low XP per hour, that's fine. It's AFK. You don't have to pay anything, it's AFK. It doesn't matter if it's low XP per hour. And then, non-AFK skills that require actual attention and are like more click intensive have much higher XP per hour, which is also fair, right? Agility is kind of a bit of an exception because it's not AFKable and it has a low XP per hour. So that's why a lot of people hate this skill. Rune crafting is another skill that's like that, and in my opinion, rune crafting is even worse than agility. Low XP per hour, not AFKable. At the very least, agility is like pretty simple. It's just clicking the same spots over and over again. And if you're wondering what these little highlighted squares are, those are kind of like the hitbox or whatever, where you need to click in order to interact with the agility course. If you notice, it was green before, but now it turned red. The reason why it turned red is because a mark of grace just spawned somewhere on the course, which I need to go find and pick it up. And there it is right there. Once I pick that up, it's going to turn green again. Yep, there we go. So I'm also collecting marks of grace to get the what's it called, the graceful outfit. It's a really good outfit to have because it reduces your weight and increases your stamina replenishment. Like it you get like faster stamina replenishment, because normally it replenishes like really slow, but with that outfit it replenishes much faster. So it's a really useful outfit to have, not just for like, you know, training agility, but like in general, just to move around to different places, because you tend to run out of stamina super fast. But with that outfit, you lose less stamina because of the weight reduction and faster, you know, stamina replenishment. So I believe you need a total of 260 marks of grace in order to buy the full set. So I'm still a ways away from getting it. However, once I hit level 40 agility, right now I'm 38, so I'm 2 levels away, I get to do the Canifus agility course, which is apparently the fastest way to grind for marks of grace. So I'm going to be doing that once I hit level 40. I'll probably be hitting level 40 tonight because, you know, I'm only like 2 levels away. Yeah, agility is a super slow skill, man. Like, even in the normally with skills, like the first 50, 60 levels, 70 levels, whatever, are like really fast with like most skills. They're like super fast. And then once you get to the higher levels, you know, it's much, much slower, especially in the 90s, because the XP to level up becomes much larger. But agility and rune crafting, these two skills, even in the lower levels, can take like half an hour just to level up once, which is not normal for skills normally. Half an hour to just level up once in the early levels, especially a non-AFK skill, is kind of crazy. But yeah, this skill, agility, it doesn't matter if it's RuneScape 3, it doesn't matter if it's old school RuneScape. I hate it in both games. Same thing with rune crafting, I hate it in both games. It's only slightly better in RuneScape 3, but only slightly. But yeah, it's, you know, what can you do? What can you do? I wish there were much better, higher XP training methods, especially since they're not AFKable. It kind of doesn't make sense for them to have low XP per hour. But, you know, what can you do? But yeah, it's just clicking the same things over and over. It's an easy skill to train, and it's free. It doesn't cost anything. It's just so boring and tedious. It's just clicking and clicking over and over again. And I mean, I could watch like a video or something while doing this. It's, you know, But either way, like, this is just what probably my second least favorite skill. Because my least favorite is rune crafting by far. Because rune crafting, like agility, is a lot of clicking and just kind of going in a circle over and over again. But it requires a bit more attention than agility. It's not as mindless. So yeah, it's a much more of a process with rune crafting. A process that I don't like. Anyways, give me 1 second here. I need to message someone real quick. There we go. Here we go. There we go. Okay. Okay, now we're already back to this. Yeah, I mean, RuneScape, I will say, it's a very chill game for streaming. Like, you're just skilling. It's a good game to stream also to just talk with chat. So, like, I could just stream, you know, myself skilling, and then I could just talk with chat. It's just, you know, pretty laid back. And I just fell. But yeah, this game, I don't know, I've been playing this game for so long now. It's been like 16 years. I believe I started back in 2006. What's up, Steven? I'm pretty sure I started playing RuneScape in 2006. And I don't know what it is about this game that just keeps dragging me back. Like, this is a game I can't quit. I have been playing this game for so long. This is probably the game I've been playing the longest consistently that I haven't quit. Honestly, I don't like. It's been so long, and I just can't see myself ever quitting. I don't know, man. This game is kind of just, at least for me, like almost therapeutic in a sense. It's just very satisfying. Like, specifically for me, the skilling aspect is just very satisfying. Just leveling up your skills. It's just very, like, you know, it just feels good. It was very good. This skill is not a fun skill to train. Honestly, I don't even know how some people can, like, level up agility to level 120 in RuneScape 3, let alone 200 million XP, because holy. Rune crafting even worse. In fact, I actually know someone who got 120 in rune crafting. That was their first 120. And I'm just like, why? Why would you do that to yourself? Hold on, I need to turn down the music on my end because it's a little too loud, and then I'm gonna do this. Turn up the music here. And there we go. Anyways. It's pretty chill. I mean, I think I said this in my last old school stream. I mostly play RuneScape 3. I am maxed in RuneScape 3. I maxed like last year though. But I typically avoided playing old school because I didn't want to start over again, you know, with all my skills at level 1 and having to train them again, especially in old school where it's much grindier. And like, yeah, I didn't want to go through all that grind and like do all those quests again. there's another mark over there. That's one of the reasons I didn't play old school, like, again, and it's super grindy. And so I just kind of stuck with RuneScape 3. I like both games though. I know there's a bit of a rivalry between the fan bases of the two games, but I like both games. I think they're both good for different reasons and fun. But I've only really started playing old school recently because of Ruin Light. Honestly, Ruin Light is a big reason I really have been playing old school, because before then I didn't want to play old school. But Ruin Light makes it much more bearable, honestly. A lot more fun in my opinion. Like for example, these highlights here, these like hitbox, like clicking for the agility course. This isn't in the base game of old school RuneScape. This is from Ruin Light. This is a plugin. And like the plugin, again, it highlights, you know, spots on the agility course to click, which makes it much more easier to click and much more visible, because normally it's kind of harder to see where to click. So it's a very nice little quality of life thing. It also lets me know when a mark of grace spawns, because it turns red, which is nice to have. So like Ruin Light just has so much quality of life stuff that just makes it so much more bearable to play. Plus, since I'm kind of, you know, max in RuneScape 3 and like I have all the quests completed, you know, there's not much for me to do. I am currently trying to get 120 in some skills, but other than that, like, you know, I have everything at 99. But so I'm just like, you know, I'll just go to old school and level up there. Why not? Why not? I have completed 77 now. Okay. It's estimating around 10 minutes left for me to level up. I'm pretty sure this is also a Ruin Light thing. I think. I'm not entirely sure. Cause like it tells me my current XP and then XP left, which that's normal. However, actions left tells me how many more actions I need to complete to level up. XP per hour is estimating how much XP I'm getting per hour. And the time left is how much time I have left until I level up the skill to the next level. I think that's a Ruin Light thing. I don't think that's in the base game, but I'm not really sure, honestly. I was actually only just started training agility today. I was level 1 today, earlier today. I started like, I don't really remember how long ago I started, like 4 hours ago, 5 hours ago. And I've only gone up 38 levels in those hours. It just gives you an idea of how slow this skill is, considering it took me that long to get to 38 in the, like, just the first few levels. Like level 38 for like other skills is like, man, you can do that in maybe like 2 hours, like half the time, 2 or 3 hours. Like getting to 38 and it takes like 6 hours, 5 or 6 hours, like that's just insane. Like normally the early levels go much faster than that for any other skill. We'll be playing RuneScape right now, but you know, yeah, I know. I know what you're playing. Oh, we got another mark here. And of course I fall. Hold on. Alright, so where was I? I kind of lost my train of thought now. Oh, da, 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 da. Oh yeah, so I mean, I'm just training this. One of my goals again is to get the full set of the graceful outfit. My other goal is to get 70 agility as well, because 70 agility is, I think, the minimum you need to do all the quests in old school RuneScape. So yeah, that's the level I want to reach with agility, is level 70, just so I can have access to all the agility related quests. Story so dark compared to previous titles is pretty jarring. Well, that's in a good way or in a bad way. Good way. Okay. Okie dokie. But yeah, it's my current goal really with old school is to get all my skills to the minimum requirement to be able to complete every quest in the game, and then I'm just gonna go on a huge questing spree basically. Which, I mean, there's a lot of quests. There's like 150 something, 154. It's not as much as RuneScape 3, but it's still a lot. I'm serious, man. I've kind of been ignoring all these events. It's kind of just a waste of time, and the rewards usually aren't really that great. So right now, current goal with agility is to get 260 Mark of Grace to get the full graceful outfit, and then the second thing is to get 70 agility, so then I'll pretty much have, so I can, you know, have all the access to all the agility quests basically. After that, I'm not sure what's going to do next. Maybe magic, because my magic's really low. And I want to get my magic higher so I can have access to more teleportation spells, which would be very useful to traverse old school RuneScape, since, you know, old school doesn't have, you know, home teleport to like all these different cities. You can only home teleport to Lumbridge, plus there's a 30 minute cooldown to use it again. So yeah, I definitely want to get my magic higher so I can use teleports. It would definitely be very useful. Like, it deals with more adult topic. Questing and RuneScape never was fun for me. I don't know, I don't find it. I like questing. I'm not sure. RuneScape 3 questing has kind of changed a lot over the past few years. I kind of liked how the old quests used to be. Nowadays, RuneScape 3 quests are a lot more lore heavy about like the story. They don't do as much of those like kind of like side quests, like really random, like goofy quests they used to do back then. Like nowadays they just do like all these like really long like lore related quests, which, I mean, it's fine, but I kind of miss those old type quests they used to do. Another thing is that RuneScape 3 got rid of some of those old quests. Like, they got rid of Romeo and Juliet. I think they got rid of Sheep Shearer as well. They got rid, well, I think Witch's Potion is technically still in the game, but they instead of being a main quest, it's like a mini quest now. I think Sheep Shearer might be a mini quest too. They got rid of Prince Ali Rescue and then they replaced it with a different quest. I think they reworked the Ruined Mysteries quest as well. There's like a bunch of stuff they changed in RuneScape 3 with questing. Old School also has quests unique to Old School that are not in RuneScape 3. For example, Dragon Slayer 2, the sequel to the first Dragon Slayer. This is old school exclusive. There's no Dragon Slayer 2 in RuneScape 3. Another one is Monkey Madness 2. That's another one. That's not in RuneScape 3. There's only Monkey Madness 1. Which I can only imagine what Monkey Madness 2 is about, because holy crap do I hate Monkey Madness 1. That is an annoying quest. Yes, and of course, let's not forget Morning's End Part 1 and 2, everyone's favorite. Can't wait to do that again, but in old school. Actually, I'm pretty sure I did Morning's End Part 1 and 2 back then as well, during the RuneScape 2 years. I did those two a long time ago. There's also some mini quests here as well. Major Arena 1 and 2. Ooh, Recipe for Disaster. That's gonna be fun to do again. I already feel like I like questing more if most of them weren't so janky. I mean, RuneScape's a pretty janky game. I mean, oh man, speaking of jank, I was doing the new quest they released yesterday in RuneScape 3. And there's a boss fight you do at the end that was super janky, man. Oh my god. I kept dying. I kept dying not because the boss was hard, but because I kept getting screwed over by jank. Because in this quest, you don't really, I mean, like, you enter these like memories of another character, and in those memories you control that character. So you don't control your own character. And so you have to fight a boss using this other character, and like they have 3 abilities that you can use with them. And like, for whatever reason, it was so janky. That fight was so janky. The character I was controlling, she wouldn't like sometimes she would just not use her ability like whenever I would spam it, or like I would spam it and then like 5 seconds later she uses it, like so delayed. Or like sometimes she would just get a mind of her own and just like I would click to move somewhere and then she would just refuse to move there. Like she would just not move there, or she would move in a completely different direction, and that would like screw me over and kill me. It was so annoying. I don't know why. I know it's a brand new quest, it just released yesterday, but it was so janky. It was so annoying. It was it's a new quest that has to do with the wilderness update. Morning End Part 1 made me almost rage quit, which is funny because most people don't have a problem with Morning's End Part 1. It's Part 2 that they have the problem with. Part 2 is the one that everyone hates the most. Oh, here we go, another mark. Underground Pass is another one that people hate, and I hate that one too. I feel like RuneScape 3 made some of those old annoying quests easier. Not all of them, obviously. Some of them probably got made easier with some of the quality of life stuff RuneScape 3 has. But, you know, the old school, you know, doing those quests in old school were much more annoying. It's been a long time since I did Morning's End Part 1. I don't remember having that much trouble with the sheep part, though. But then again, I don't remember, because it's been years since I did that quest. It's been a long time. Very, very long. So anyways, I'm one more level, and then I could go to Canifis, which that is gonna be the one where I start getting a lot of marks. Desert Treasure is another one that's like, I mean, super annoying in old school. It's still kind of annoying in RuneScape 3, but definitely like not as annoying as old school, for sure. One Small Favor is another one that is extremely annoying in old school, but got made easier with RuneScape 3. So yeah, gonna be interesting having to do all those quests again. It's been so long since I did them. But I ran out of stamina. So another thing I want to do, but this is probably going to be after I complete all the quests, is I want to do all the achievements in old school and complete the achievement diary and then get the achievement cape. That's another thing I would like to do. Which the level requirements to complete all the achievements is much higher than what you need to get all the quests done. Because like some of the achievements need skills in like the 90s. So that's gonna be a bit more grinding. But what's the? Oh yeah, this is the reputation. So I actually have not visited this island yet. Corrin. It's an island that they added in old school RuneScape. It doesn't exist in RuneScape 3 at all. I have not visited that place at all. So that's gonna be interesting. Yeah, that's another thing about old school RuneScape and RuneScape 3. There are areas in the game that are exclusive to one game or the other. Like the mainland is the same in both games. The mainland is the same. You have the Kingdom of Misthalin, which is like, you know, Longbridge, Varrock, you know, you have Alcarid, you know, Kingdom of Asgarnia, where you have, you know, Falador, Taverley. You know, the mainland is the same in both. I keep clicking on stuff. No. The mainland is the same in both games. But then you have like these islands that they added completely unique to each game. Like old school has up here Kingdom of Great Corrin. This, it's a pretty big island too. It's like a whole continent. This area is exclusive to old school RuneScape. This is not in RuneScape 3. But then RuneScape 3 has obviously their own stuff. Like they have Anachronia, which is the dinosaur island. That's exclusive to RuneScape 3. They also have Ashdale, which, I mean, let's be honest, Ashdale is completely useless. There's no reason to go to Ashdale. It only exists as the beginning area when you start the game. You do like 2 quests there and then you like never go back. That island is useless. I don't know why they made Ashdale, I'm gonna be real. But yeah, like it's so strange like how both games have like completely different locations and areas unique to each game. But yeah. Here we got a mark. I believe each piece of the clothing, the graceful outfit, is like 40 marks, except for the legs. The legs cost 60, but the legs give the biggest buffs, if I remember correctly. Okay, the cost ranges between 30 to 60. So like the lowest are the gloves, which cost 30. And then the highest are the legs that cost 60. But yeah, I really want to get this outfit because it'll make running around much easier. So I don't have to lose so much stamina so quickly. So this version of old school RuneScape, I believe it was from the 2007 build. They made like a backup of the 2007 build and kept it. And so that's what the build was based off of for old school RuneScape. And then they just updated it over time. Because obviously, like, they added a bunch of stuff to old school RuneScape that didn't exist back then. Like this, for example, the rooftop agility courses. That was not in the original RuneScape. That's only in old school RuneScape. It's not even in RuneScape 3 either. And what else? Again, that island, the Great Kingdom of Corund or whatever. That wasn't in the original RuneScape either. They added that in old school RuneScape. So they've added a bunch of stuff over time to old school RuneScape. So it's like the old school experience, but then they add like new stuff on top of it. And I know they're kind of like, you know, they want to make each game unique. And that's why they do exclusive stuff in each game. There are times where I wish that, I wish RuneScape 3 had this from old school RuneScape. Or I wish old school RuneScape had this from RuneScape 3. Thank you, Steven. Thank you for the 2 bits. But yeah, sometimes I'm like, I wish RuneScape 3 had this from old school, or I wish old school had this from RuneScape 3. Obviously, I would love if old school had a bunch of those quality of life and easier training methods RuneScape 3 had, but obviously, if they added that, a lot of players would complain because, you know, old school players don't want those easy, fast training methods. They only want the slow and grindy ones because, you know, it feels more satisfying when it's slow and grindy. But, you know, whatever. To each their own. And there's some stuff. I mean, I wish RuneScape 3 had the Kingdom of Corund because it looks like a cool place. But RuneScape 3 doesn't have the Kingdom of Corund. I also wish RuneScape 3 had an achievement cape and a music cape. Because old school RuneScape has an achievement diary cape and a music cape. You know, like the skill capes or like the quest point cape. Yeah, like RuneScape 3 doesn't have that. They don't have an achievement cape and they don't have a music cape, which I wish they did because I think they're pretty cool, not gonna lie. If they did have an achievement cape, I would have it because I have all the achievements done in RuneScape 3. But unfortunately, there's no achievement cape. And what sucks is, in RuneScape 3, the quest point cape doesn't have a trimmed version. Old school RuneScape does have a trimmed version. So the quest cape is white. And then with the trims, it has like blue trims. So it's like white, blue trims. It kind of looks like the opposite of the defense cape, because the defense cape is blue with white trims. The quest cape is white with blue trims. And old school has the trim. To get the trimmed quest cape, you need to have both the quest cape and the achievement cape. So if you have both capes, quest cape and achievement cape, they both become trimmed. But if you only have one or the other, then they're untrimmed. But RuneScape 3 doesn't have an achievement cape, so there's no way to trim the quest cape in RuneScape 3 at all. So it only has an untrimmed version. There is the Master Quest cape, which is the quest cape that looks like a it looks like a level 120 cape with the smoke at the bottom. But there's a bunch of stuff you have to do to get that cape. I might try to go for it eventually, but I'm not entirely certain. But yeah, I wish RuneScape 3 had like an achievement cape and a music cape. I think it would be pretty cool to show off, like, hey, I got all the achievements done, or hey, I have all the music in RuneScape unlocked. But you know, it's whatever. It's not really that important, honestly. Halfway to level 40, and then once to level 40 I can go to Coniphus. Yeah, I have been doing this for so long now, like just clicking and clicking and clicking and leveling up and it's agility, man. What can you do about it? What can you do about it? Your mom's fave. You definitely see some interesting names on old school RuneScape. Funnily enough, I'm not. It's so strange. I have a weird, like, almost like a love-hate relationship with MMORPGs. Cause like I like the concept of MMOs, but most MMOs I don't really like that much, or like I don't really get that invested in them. Sometimes I'll pick them up for like a bit, maybe a few days or a few weeks, and then I'll drop them. Cause like I don't know, like MMOs, it's so strange. I like the concept of MMOs, just all these players together in this one big massive world playing together. But like the gameplay for MMOs, I'm not that big on, really. Like, I don't know. So like with RuneScape, again, most of my love for RuneScape is like skilling and questing more than anything, because I don't do PVM much, and I don't do PvP. But like with most other MMOs, pretty much the main content is either PVM or PvP, because you know there isn't really. Well, Final Fantasy XIV does have skilling in a sense, but I don't know, it doesn't feel the same to me as like skilling in RuneScape. But I really don't care that much about like killing mobs or killing other players, and I don't, you know, I don't care that much about the story really in MMOs. I like questing in RuneScape, but honestly, I tend to skip most of the dialogue. I don't think I've ever had a desire to cry when playing RuneScape. At least not that I can recall. I can't really recall, like, again, I've been playing this game for so long that it's hard to remember. I don't know, maybe when I did Dragon Slayer for the first time, which nowadays, it sounds funny to say that, but like back then when I first started playing RuneScape, you know, brand new to the game, don't know what the hell I'm doing. Then again, no one really knew what they were doing back then because there were no guides, there was no optimal or efficient way to play the game, so people were just doing whatever. Dragon Slayer was like the hardest thing in the world for me back then, dude. I was hard stuck. When I was doing Dragon Slayer, I was hard stuck on that quest for so long. But then eventually I finally did it, and it just felt like the greatest thing ever. But then it turns out there's a whole bunch of other quests, right? Because Dragon Slayer is the hardest free-to-play quest. But then you have a bunch of... That's another thing. I remember as well, because for the longest time, I was a free player. I was a free-to-play player. I didn't have membership. And it was for a while that I was a free player, man. I didn't get a membership till like a year or two after I started playing RuneScape. Like, I was a free player for that long, I would say. Yeah, I remember that. I remember when you started getting back into RuneScape and you did Dragon Slayer. That was like one of your first goals. But yeah, and then like I found, dude, becoming a member was like, dude, it was such a like strange feeling, because as a free player, I was used to the same areas, the same couple of areas is all I ever would, you know, explore. You know, it was always like Lumbridge, Varrock, Falador, Port Sarim, Draenor, Alcarid, you know, and then like the wilderness, like that was the free to play areas. And then just getting membership for the first time and having this massive world now that I never explored before, like a brand new world has opened up to me. It was like such a magical feeling. It just felt like it was like amazing for like the little, you know, little kid me back then. Like I remember like getting membership for the first time, and the first thing I did was walk through the Taverley gates, because that's usually like where most people go first when you become a member is Taverley. Because back then Taverley was a member only area. Nowadays in RuneScape 3, Taverley and Berthorpe, you know, are members, or sorry, Taverley and Berthorpe in RuneScape 3 are free to play areas now. But back then it was a members area. Which is funny though, because Taverley now is like the new beginner area, like the starting area for free players. But back then it was like the beginning area for members players, so it's kind of a funny change there. My parents didn't want me to pay for anything for me that was sub-base, so you legit witnessed my first time doing my, yeah, better late than never, right? Yeah, but I remember getting membership, walking through those Taverley gates, going in Taverley. I did like, you know, the Wolf Whistle quest when summoning came out, and then, you know, Druidic Ritual and doing Herblore. That's another thing. Doing all those members only quests that you couldn't do before as a free player, that was also like crazy to me. It's like, whoa, dude, these new skills I didn't do before, it's like open to me now. Like I could do Herblore, Thieving, Agility, I could do Fletching, I can do Hunter, Construction, Farming. Like it was crazy becoming a member for the first time. But yeah, I have a lot of fond memories of RuneScape, and I really don't know how if I'll ever quit RuneScape. I really don't know. And well, I started playing in 2006. However, I had this account that I'm playing on, Inferno 90534, was not my first account. This is like my third or fourth account, actually. My first account, I like forgot the password or something. I don't even remember. Like, I actually like my first account. I don't even remember much about it. I don't even remember what I named it. I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember much about my first account. Then I had another account, which I do remember the name of. It was like Ultimate 3095, something like that. Ultimate, yeah, like Ultimate and some numbers. And I lost that account because it got hacked. And then after that account, after Ultimate, I made this one, Inferno. And I believe this account I made in 2009. So like 3 years after I started playing RuneScape. So yeah. RuneScape is definitely very different now than what it used to be back then. Like, you know, playing RuneScape in the mid to late 2000s, there were no guides, there were no like optimal way to play, no efficient way to play. Everyone was just kind of doing whatever. Like people just doing whatever they want, whatever they felt like. They're just exploring the world and doing like, you know, whatever, you know, like training skills, killing monsters, you know, fighting mobs, doing quests, or just talking to each other, you know, just like you run into a random person and you're just like, hey, what's up? People like to RP as well, you know, there's people that would RP and like so much stuff. Like it's so different back then to now, because now you have all these guides. Now you have like everyone knows the optimal way to train skills now. Back then, oh nice, level 40, okay. You can now use Canifis. Yes. Okay, good. So back then, So back then, people would train skills using whatever method, right? Like, okay, back then, what people would do, for example, with gathering skills, right? Let's say mining. Obviously, with mining, you level up, you get access to more ores, right? So at level 1, you got copper and tin. Okay, level 1, mine copper and tin. Then at level 10, you have blurite, but no one really mined blurite. It's a very, like, special case of an ore. So then you have level 15, you mine iron. Okay, you mine iron. Level 20, silver. Okay, mine silver. 30, mine coal. Okay, mine coal, so on. So you would just, back then, you would mine whatever the highest level thing you can mine. But nowadays we know that's not the fastest way to level up mining. Back then you would think, oh, okay, obviously the higher level ore gives more XP, so you want to mine that. But the thing is, with higher level ores, they take longer to mine. So the XP per hour is actually lower. So like, for example, now we know the fastest way to level up, at least from the low to like mid semi-high levels to like what, level 70 or something, 45 to 70, is iron ore. Iron ore is the fastest for like the next like 30-50 levels, basically. You don't do silver, you don't do coal, you don't do gold, you don't do any of those. Those are slower. Until you do granite. Granite's the next one after iron. That's faster than iron. But back then, people didn't know that. People would just mine whatever the highest level thing was. So like, we didn't, you know, everything's optimized now. We know what the fastest way to do anything is. We didn't have that back then. People just did whatever, and it was fine. I mean, people had fun, right? It didn't really matter if it was slow or fast. People just liked training skills. It was just fun to train skills. Give me 1 second here. Alright, there we go. Yeah, let me buy... Okay, I just had a brain fart there or something. Here we go. Let me get a sand. So these stamina potions are very useful. They restore like 20 run energy, but then they also increase run energy, like restoration, like passive restoration. But so if I use this now, I can run for longer. Like, it's draining much slower now, you see. So I'm gonna go to Canifis. Which is all the way to the east in Mauritania, where all the spooky stuff is. There we go. I already have Priest in Peril done, because in order to go into Mauritania, you have to do the Priest in Peril quest. Otherwise, you can't enter Mauritania. But I have it done, so I should be able to go. We gotta go this way. I wonder if I can use this shortcut without having to enter the temple. Here's where the Rag and Bone Man is. He's over there. So strange. In RuneScape 3, I'm used to a giant haunted mansion sitting there, but that mansion doesn't exist in old school. But can I use this shortcut? Let's find out. I don't know. I hope so. Ah, 65. Alright. Alright, no worries, I guess. No worries, we'll just go through here real quick. Down the trap door. Yeah, down. Drizzle. Alright, here we go. So if I was on 65, I could have used a shortcut to just jump down here, so I wouldn't have had to go through the temple, but you know, it's fine. Alright, Coniphus is right here, just gotta follow the path. Here we go, Coniphus. Alright, so this is where I'm gonna be training agility for like the next 20 levels, basically. And this is also where I'm going to be getting a lot of marks of grace. This is by far the fastest way to get marks of grace. Alright. Let's drink my stamina potion. Yeah, this is a very popular training place. As you can see, there's a lot of people that'll be training here. Because it's very fast XP in the mid levels for agility. And it's also the fastest way to get marks of grace. Alright, I'll be streaming then until he's ready. Not a problem. Mind you, Brian's a slow eater, so that's... Wow, I failed on like the very last part of the obstacle. That's sad. Brian's a pretty slow eater, so he might still be a bit, honestly. But it's fine. It's fine. Yeah. I mean, not now, but like later I'll hop in and see. That is such a janky pole vault, what the heck? That was such a funny animation. Oh my god, I failed in the same spot again. It's so sad. Please. Yeah, that pole vault animation was so weird. Oh, let me get a good look at it. I'm gonna zoom in. I'm gonna zoom in when it happens again. Not this one, it's the next one. This one right here. Look at this. Like, he looks like he's falling down and then he just floats up. Like what kind of pole vault is that? Alright, can I not fail this one again, please? Like, he literally just pole vaults. Looks like he's gonna like fall down to the ground and then he just curves going back up. Just like, woo! Like, what? Pole vaulting is something you do to get like over like a wall or something, not like to cross a gap. I don't think you can get enough momentum from pole vaulting a gap, especially one that large. Like, pole vaulting is to get over a fence or a wall, not to cross a gap. I don't think that's how that works. I don't know how to do that. There should be a clip. Well, let's look at it again. Way down he goes, and then up he goes. So if you hover your mouse on top of the stream, on the bottom right, you have like all those icons, like the settings, the full screen. There's one that says clip, or you can press Alt plus X. So Alt X, I think, also clips. Yeah. But I believe it clips like the last couple seconds or something, but yeah, this is a very popular... Oh, here we go, a mark. We got a mark all the way over there where the pole is. go. Mark of Grace. And then pole vault again. It's like so static. That's old school for you though, like this animate. Oh my god, I keep failing this one part in particular. It's annoying because that's like right before the last part. Rip. Oh. Is he like is he supposed to be bouncing off this lamppost or something? I don't get it. It's just so jank, man. Like what the heck? I mean, I could always clip it after the stream. This is like for the I could clip the VOD. So many people here training agility. Here we go again. Whee! Look, he like bounces off the lamppost or something. It's so weird. That's not how that works. Holy crap. Posted it. Oh my god, where is it? Twitch clips. Let's find out. Hold on, I gotta see this real quick. Pause the music. Bro, I can't. Where is this one? Oh my god, I'm hearing my voice twice. Exit, no. Alright, hold on, give me a second.